Stop making these mistakes when blow drying your hair. There are so many misconceptions and false information out there on the internet by fake hair gurus about blow drying your hair. First things first, when you're using a blow dryer, everyone always says, asks, is it safe to use a blow dryer? Does the heat destroy my hair? Heat's bad for your hair. Heat is okay for the hair as long as you're using a good blow dryer. This is my blow dryer. It has the ionic technology, which is actually better for the hair. Step one, don't use a cheap garbage blow dryer. Second, the heat. What's gonna happen is, yes, the heat is bad for your hair. And think of this scenario. If you're ironing a wrinkled shirt and you were to keep that iron pressed on the shirt for a very long time, it's going to start to smoke and then potentially, God forbid, catch on fire, which you don't want. Same thing applies to hair. If you are holding the blow dryer with the heat in one spot for a very, very long time, yes, you're gonna start singeing the hair and it's not going to be great for the hair. As long as you're using the hot tool, or AKA the blow dryer in this situation, the chances of you damaging your hair are going to be less. Now, if you are someone who wants to just let your hair air dry, you're completely against using a blow dryer, then fine, do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just your preference. But if you do want to have volume in your hair, you want to smooth out your hair if it's really, really frizzy or dry, you want to add some waves or texture to it, you're a woman, you've got longer hair, you're gonna need a blow dryer. It's just common sense. So here is the first thing when it comes to blow drying your hair, and the mistake that you are doing is you're not using the proper hair products. Hair products are designed for a reason, especially good quality ones made by a professional like myself. Anytime in my career when I've worked on hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of clients over my 30+ years as a stylist, I always look at everyone's hair differently as I'm blow drying it. Does this woman or does this guy want volume? Do they want their hair smooth? Do they want their hair to be, over in one direction? Do they want like tons and tons of volume? Well, I can't just take a blow dryer with water on the head and get any sort of results, because I always needed product to support what I was doing. I am gonna use my 25 spray, which is my base foundational spray. I give it a good shake and give it a couple of spritzes, right? Depending on, I'm just gonna be focusing on this one side right here. And then what I would do is possibly use maybe Tidal Wave if I want volume, or a smoothing serum or something, my blow dry cream, something that is going to be built in and layer into the hair to then support the style. So I will comb those products through, and then I'm ready to start the blow drying process. So these products are designed to help support the end result. They are much needed. And I'm just telling you this as someone who's done this thousands of times throughout my career. If I ever blow dried someone's hair with no products, it would look awful, okay? Now, the next thing is you wanna make sure that you're setting your hair in the style or in the direction that you want to go in. For example, if I want to create a middle part hairstyle, I'm going to actually put the hair in the middle and part it there and then work off of that. So I'm gonna keep the parting towards this area and then work my way down or work my way however I want and just work towards that middle style. I'm setting myself up for success, right? That's the first thing, is always kind of pre-style your hair while it's damp and then work off of that, because that gives you a good foundation and a good base. The next thing when it comes to blow drying, probably the most important thing, this blow dryer has a nozzle for a reason, which is this. This comes with a magnetic nozzle right here. It also comes with a magnetic diffuser, which is what I use when I'm trying to create waves, and it's great for wavy hair and curly hair. I use a diffuser. It comes with it. The nozzle is important because it actually blows the air in a very specific direction. It's like a targeted direction. Think of this as like binoculars or something. It's honing in and zooming in right on that one area. That's why when you use this, it really just funnels the air in one specific direction. When you take this off, the air is kind of more all over the place because it's just pure airflow. This is a much more targeted stream of air, so it's really essential when blow drying because it's really gonna help you hone in on that one section. The next thing is this. The brush and the nozzle. They need to work in sync with each other and simultaneously, because that is what is going to keep that flow consistent. It's going to keep the heat from being more protected, when not burning the hair, because you're kind of consistently moving these two, and it's going to probably help you blow dry the hair a bit quicker. For example, I'll demonstrate. So I'm working the nozzle and the brush at the same time in the same direction. Okay, these two are following each other. So you see right here, they're following each other. It's like, think of like a train car. It's not leaving, it's not detaching from the train. There, see? Everything is working together. Same thing like going back. There it is. The brush and the nozzle are working together. Very, very, very important. And yes, that's on full heat, full speed. The reason why I do that is because I know I'm able to control this and not damage the hair, because I'm consistently keeping this moving and flowing. I'm not just sitting here like this for 15 minutes, right? The next thing, and I'm going to demonstrate also, I have a female mannequin that has some longer hair, and I'm going to show some tips too with that. When it comes to getting volume in your hair, there's a couple of things that you need to take into consideration. You can actually use your hand, your palm, as a tool to get volume in your hair. What you do have to be careful with is, yes, you don't want to have your hands like this and you start frying and melting your fingers off, okay? You don't want to do that. However, in my situation, a lot of times before I go to the brush, I'm actually using my fingers to get some of the moisture out, like so. So you see how I'm kind of raking the hair? So I'm using a technique where I'm kind of like sculpting and molding that hair. Notice I'm not shaking the hair all over the place. One, that just creates frizz. It creates a rat's nest on your head. This is designed to really keep the hair and keep its integrity and not have it all over the place, so it makes it that much more difficult. You're actually taming the hair, you're helping prevent frizz, and you're keeping the hair smoother while you're blow drying it. Now, when it comes to volume, the best tip I've ever seen and trick as a professional is this. Look at my hand right here. I'm cupping the hair. Within 2 seconds, 3 seconds, I now have volume and lift right here. You see that right there? It's just, this is a hairdresser technique that I learned years ago, is how to get volume really quickly in the hair. Well, there you go. You kind of take the hair, you kind of cup it like this, and you're sculpting and building that wall of volume right there. You can also do that with a brush like this. And I can go as high as I wanted to. But you see what I did there is I literally, look at that volume and lift right there. I mean, I literally created a 7-foot wall in the front of his head. So it's all by using the heat. That's why you need the heat. And then how do you lock this in? That's where, one of my hairsprays comes in. Maybe my locked matte finish hairspray or my locked Excel, just to kind of help hold that into place. The last thing that you don't want to do is, when you have that volume in your hair, you don't want to do this. A lot of people, when they style their hair, they're like, oh yeah, and they start patting it down, and look, all that volume is gone. So instead, what you need to do is build off of that volume, utilize your hands like so you're keeping that structure and integrity while you are styling and blow drying your hair. Now I'm going to show you a female mannequin and the difference with using round brushes. Okay, here's a section. This is very, very fine hair. It's blonde hair. It's fried. It's just one of those typical scenarios if you have over-processed hair from bleaching or coloring. What I'm doing is I'm spraying 2 sprays of Tidal Wave on the section that I'm looking for. I'm also then going to choose this is a 2.5-inch ceramic ionic round brush, and this really does help, once again, with the technology, so it's not damaging your hair, it's helping protect your hair, with the same thing with the blow dryer. So what I'm doing is with the round brush, and this is one mistake you can't make, is just go right in and blow dry your hair. This hair needs to be detangled. So what I'm doing with the round brush is I'm doing this motion, so it's actually allowing the product to go through the hair, but it's also allowing me to get rid of knots at the same time. So then what I'm going to do is, and watch this and then I'll break it down. So I want you to notice how I'm lifting and pulling away. And what that's doing, it's smoothing and it's building that volume in the hair. Okay, now that section is complete, I'm then going to make sure that that's fully engaged with the hair section, and I'm going to unwrap and unwind, and look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This is all real time, no fake stuff. Look at the volume, look at the shine, look at that bounce, and the hair is in great condition. That's the power of using high quality tools like a brush like this, the blow dryer, and then my Tidal Wave sea salt spray, right? This was designed, this is my #1 best-selling product. This product was actually designed by myself to be used in a hair salon environment by professionals to get volume in the hair like this. That's where this came from, is to create volume when blow drying. And look at the results from this. Very, very bouncy, it's got beautiful shine. And the key, once again, I want you to notice is that not once that I hold the blow dryer on the brush like this for 30 seconds, 25 seconds, because that's when you're starting to damage and singe the hair. Instead, what I do is I constantly keep that brush rotating like this. I'm twisting and using the wrist, right? I'm using my wrist to rotate like this. And that is going in sync with the blow dryer, with the nozzle. You need to have that nozzle, because once again, if you don't have that nozzle, then it's gonna blow the hair all over the place. And then when you can finish it with a light hairspray, it's really totally your call. But the blow dryer mistakes, the biggest takeaway, one, make sure you're choosing the right blow dryer. And if you want, you can even click on view products and you can purchase the blow dryer right here. My brushes, all the things that I use today, you can get them right here in the shop, right here on YouTube. And the next thing is the products. Then the technique. The technique is extremely important because you have to make sure that you master that. Don't be afraid to use the blow dryer. Don't be afraid to use your hands to get some volume in the hair. And then once you perfect that, you'll be in really, really good shape. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment below. I'll see you soon.